All right, bingo. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Dante here. Glad to be back with you for another session of the One Funnel Away Challenge. Great to see you guys, all these beautiful faces. Hey, let's get right into it. We only have an hour, and I know everybody here is here to do big things. So let's get it cracking. I see Karen's hand is up first. So, Karen, how can I help today?
Hi, how are you, Dante?
I'm amazing. How about yourself?
Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys. So, oh well, I'm gonna go straight, right? Straight. You're gonna be proud of me again.
Of course I am.
Okay, so here's the first page, right? We already did this together. I put like the real
Oh,
pictures for
Karen,
my.
you still have to share your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
You're right. So I'm like so excited that. Wait. All right. Perfect.
Nice. Is that an AI image or is that a real image?
It's an AI.
Yeah, it looks really good though.
Yeah, it is. It's oh my God, it went down. It's from the Astria.
Nice.
So at the page, just it's really good. You just put like 10. The thing is that if you put like 10 photos from you, it could be like regular photos, so they would look a little bit more natural. The thing is that the photos that I used for this I was like, I had a very professional makeup, it was like really, really good photos. So it went like, does it look fake?
You can tell that it's AI,
Yeah.
but it doesn't
Okay.
look bad at all, Karen. It doesn't
Okay.
like I think most people wouldn't know that it's AI. I see these a million times a day, so I know it, but it looks fantastic.
Okay. Well, okay. Perfect. I'll leave it like that. Let's see. Then otherwise I can tweak it. So here's like the real testimonials from my
Yep.
people. And what was I gonna? Oh, this is what I was gonna show you. Okay, so here's the welcome video. We already did this together. I changed
Yep.
all these colors because they were like too dark.
Nice.
Here I put this is what I'm selling right away after they register. I'm
Yep.
also selling this challenge 3 days of self-confidence, and I put two gifts of which would be my new books, Calm Your Mind and Deep Sleep and Change of Habits. Those two books, and look what I made.
A mock-up. So good.
Does it work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, we're using a lot of just the same professional images of
Yeah.
yourself. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with this at all, Karen. This is one of
Okay.
those things where it's like, I wish I had a crystal ball that I could rub and just say, this will or won't work. These are the
Uh-huh.
kind of things we just have to split test and see what our customers say
Yeah.
about it. So you could try some different images that maybe don't even highlight yourself, right? Like
Uh-huh.
one thing that I notice is on your mock-ups here, it's really hard for me. I can see your name, Karen Norgard. Like I'm looking at this left one specifically, the big box.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Mm-hmm.
your name, but I can't see what the name of the thing is.
Of the product.
Because yes, of the product, thank you. Because you have
Okay.
a whole stack. When you buy today, you're gonna get this and this and this and this and this.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see what
Is
each
it
thing.
necessary to put like the name of the product or?
Oh, that's a really great question. Do me a favor, Karen. Go to open up a new browser tab, please.
Yeah,
Go
the
to
one that you told me. I'm all
yeah, go
in.
to imallin.com.
Oh boy. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Right. So as
Oh
we
yeah,
see these, yes,
they
Russell's
do.
face is on some of these. Trey's face is on
Okay.
one of these, but you can clearly see the title of the product that they're going to get. Now it becomes tangible.
Okay, perfect. I will. Perfect.
Nice.
I'll do that. And so my question was so for example, if I put this live, would this work? Would this actually work with the card and everything or not?
Absolutely. I
It
don't
would?
see any errors on your order form. I would see if you didn't hook up Payments AI or if something in the back end was not set up where you could accept credit card payments, I would
Uh-huh.
see a red error at the top of your
Okay.
checkout. But I
Okay.
don't see any of that error. And let's just confirm, Karen, you did set up Payments AI.
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're rocking
I
and
think
rolling.
so. I think so. So many
Now,
things.
what a great question you just asked here. Something I don't talk about nearly enough, and that's on me. Before we launch live,
Mm-hmm.
when we're building our funnels and before we're ready to go live, we have our initial testing. Do your initial testing in test mode, use the test card numbers. But before you go live, I want to see you run this on your own credit card. So there's a
That's
couple
yeah,
options there. Yes, make a live purchase, correct. So it's
yeah,
your business, it's your money, it's your bank account, just
yeah,
money is here and then it goes there. You can leave your product price as is, or you can change your product price to $1. Go make
yeah.
a live purchase. Don't change anything else. We're just changing the price. So then you can go make a live purchase. If that
Mm-hmm.
purchase works on $1, it'll work on 900, 1,000, so on and so forth.
Okay. Okay. So what you're saying is basically I could like change the price and just do it with any amount of money and just test it, right?
You need to have
Mm.
at least $1. So that
Okay.
$1 is the lowest price point. And that's how I
Okay.
do it personally.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
never refund yourself. What
Mm-hmm.
we don't want in this case, the big iceberg that we have to stay away from, or our ship's going to sink to the bottom of the ocean, is to like, let's say your product is a $5,000 product. And you're like, okay, great, let me go make my live test. You go make your live test of that product, and then you refund it from your business account, your merchant, back to your personal. Well, the first transaction on what would be a new merchant account for many is now a refund. We don't want to start out that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So my this is one of my questions. When I'm here, usually I would put this would be for what? For the broadcasting of the thing, or where does my Zoom comes in here? Like are people gonna see this page when when the broadcast is live?
Yes, they can see
Okay.
this page, 100%.
Okay. So how would I set this up? Like so I set it up here. What?
Kind of. We have an entire walkthrough on how to set up all the tech, Karen, and there's a
Okay.
couple steps. It's inside your One Funnel Away challenge on
Yeah.
the expert track, and I want to say it's day 16 or 17, but
Okay.
it's the Ben Moot video. You know, you'll
Okay.
see a top video from Russell going over strategy and tactics, and then the lower video from Ben where he shows the implementation. Just go run through that video. He shows you exactly how to connect your Zoom account to
Perfect.
your ClickFunnels account.
Okay.
And then through workflows, we add people to the correct place. So it's all set up, it's all in the back end. If you just follow Ben's video click
Yeah.
by click, he'll have all that set up.
Okay, would be day 16 or 17,
I
right?
think it's one of those. If you have
Okay.
your course open, we can go take a look. Um,
Okay. Let me see.
yes, nice.
Okay, I mean, the thing is that I went all the way up, so
That's
uh
okay. Click
complete mission.
click One Funnel Away challenge in the top left.
Here?
Yes, beautiful.
Oh, start here, you mean. Uh-huh.
Nice. Now you can go to your path, and we're on expert. So mission,
Oh yeah, here it is. It says mission 16 first.
mission 18. Excuse me. Running Zoom
Oh,
webinar.
perfect. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
that's
perfect.
got Russell with the strategy, but Ben with the implementation. It's a really great setup. We have a direct integration to Zoom, so it makes
Perfect.
life so much easier.
Perfect. I'll do that. And which was the other one? Wait, sorry. Uh-huh. So, okay, that's there. Um, so obviously I think I'm gonna have to make another mock-up for the other offers because it's like the same. The
Yep.
other one for this one. So I have to make
Wait,
another.
sorry, did we just look at two different offers?
Yeah, I mean, this is the one that I'm going to sell after the masterclass, after the session, the anxiety session.
Okay,
So
your webinar. So this is your main offer after they go to
yes.
the webinar. What you showed me earlier, was that the offer for the challenge? Your self.
Yeah, you told me like if like usually you don't do that, but you told me that it was okay to to leave
Not
this
on the
here.
registration page. Yes,
No,
your
not
next
other, and the
page.
VIP upgrade.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So I
That's
got
okay,
it
right?
now. Cool. You're right. Same mock-up. Each individual thing
Exactly.
has to have its own
Yeah,
individual mock-up.
so I'll do that. Okay, and the order form. So do you, right here. So here it told me to put like a description of the boot camp,
Yep.
right? So I just wanted to check up with you also like these prices. Do you think this is okay, or or should I put like more total value? Because I put like a five hypnosis, pack of five hypnosis, calm and confidence, digital book, workbook, meditation, your future self, another digital book. So all of these would be 3,142, and that is just 497. Is that good or?
That is good, but you can actually increase your total value price. Uh, from a framework level, Russell has taught for years, you want your total value to be 10x your actual price itself.
So here it would come to like 4,000.
$4,970.
Okay, so I'll just add up like 1,000 more between all of this.
Yes.
Is it recommended to always end up in some kind of numbers? Because I've noticed, uh-huh,
Yes, it is,
which
Karen.
ones?
Great questions. The mind only really anchors and remembers the last thing that you shared. So you want your first thing to be awesome and you want it to have a high price because that's how you enter your stack.
This is good.
Yes, that's great. The last thing that we have, we would want to be another high price
Another
item.
high. Okay.
Correct. So I see you have like a 500. You're going to change up all of these prices
This is
as
gonna
well.
go here and this, okay.
Uh-huh. So
Should it
you're
go like
starting with,
from big price to low price?
yes, you'll go big price and then
Okay.
low price, low price, low price, low price, and end with
Lower low.
another big price.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay. Amazing. All right.
Nice.
So that's it. So to testimonials. There was something here.
Something I saw on your order form, Karen, I think your description of the product is
It's
quite large.
too long. Yeah.
Yes, we can put this as marketing, right? Well, and don't forget too, when they see this page, they've just
Mm-hmm.
watched your webinar. You've broken
Okay.
down the program.
Okay.
You've explained what's inside of it. This can be a
Yeah.
really short, sweet, simple, concise
Yeah.
description, just so that customers know, yes, the thing that I'm looking to purchase right now is what Karen just told me all about. Just
Yeah.
take that description to ChatGPT and
Yeah.
say, make this simple and clean.
Actually, I took it out of a ChatGPT, so I'll just summarize it. I love the Dante AI. I'm like, oh boy, if I tell you that my Epiphany story, the new one, it's amazing. It's
Oh, come
amazing.
on.
I did it with the Tony Robbins event with Walking on Fire, which was like my first event. So, and then I came thinking like, well, yeah, you know what? That's the day my major transformation started. From that day on, all the NLP started in my life. I started seeing things differently, and then I went, after Tony Robbins, then I started the tools that he did, which was NLP, right? And after that, well, even deeper, the hypnosis. But I don't know. Maybe I'll share it to you one of these days because it's so
Yes,
cool.
I'd love to see that. If
Yeah.
you're ever like shooting a video and practicing it, shoot a video
Okay.
and post it in the group. I want to see it.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. I'll
And
do
it
it.
sounds like you had the epiphany of the epiphany story, right? It's all about positioning.
Yeah.
Is it not just all about positioning? And don't we always look at our story as so inconsequential and we belittle it and we demean it? But realistically, when we look at it from a customer perspective and we position our stories right, oh, it's a game changer.
Yeah. And especially because it's all about also what story you want to focus on. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because the thing is, I thought it had to be something with suffering or maybe like a little bit different frequency, which is, I don't want to go back to the same moment. Like if I can mention it, but I don't want it to be like the bad things like my main story. You know what I
Yep.
mean? For me, it was like a big breakthrough big breakthrough when I did this epiphany because I mean, yeah. And I said like oh my God, now I'm gonna use your AI like for all the stories within that story. So I have
That's
like so
awesome.
many stuff.
I
So
love that.
if
I use my AI for everything now. I still
your
use
own, your
ChatGPT
own.
for some copywriting, but like if I'm making TikToks or training videos
Uh-huh.
or if I'm making webinars, like if I'm making store, I use my AI for all of it.
Okay, and even like you can even make like there like even like take that epiphany and like put it shorter, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so you can use it like for exactly for a reel. I can make tell my story. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that
Literally
next week.
tell Dante tell him I want to
Yeah.
take my story and compress it so it works for short form. Can you make a 60 to 90-second version of my epiphany bridge? And it will.
Mhm.
And if you want to see why I made a robot Karen, just if you're ever curious, let Dante make that new short form epiphany script and then take it to ChatGPT and say,
Mhm.
ChatGPT, how would you say this? Rework this, reword this. ChatGPT, take this script and make it for short form for TikTok or whatever you want to make it for.
Ooh.
And watch how
Mhm.
different ChatGPT speaks. Watch how it changes it and watch the big pillars in your story and how it changes it. It's crazy. It's crazy. ChatGPT is amazing, but it
Yes.
just doesn't follow the frameworks of Russell's teachings exactly like
Exactly.
it
So you
should.
have like another perspective.
Yes, yes.
Yes. No, no, I love it. Really. I mean, I studied communications in Venezuela. That's like my career. And we are in the I mean, in the most amazing communication information era. Like this is it's amazing. So well,
Absolutely.
okay. So there was something going on. I don't know which one it was. Uh, it went like red when I was gonna save it. It went like, oh, you need to save this. But wait, let me check. Okay, if I go like this, was it here?
No, it's
Saving.
not here. I can tell you that confidently. At the very top of your
Uh-huh.
screen where you see help, info, your pop-up, that top bar, that is where the error would show.
Okay, okay. It
Yeah.
always shows. Okay.
Yeah, it'll always show right up there. You'll see it at the very top. Actually, specifically, it'll show on the info tab at the very top middle. You can see it has like a caution triangle sign. If you ever have an error on your page,
Yeah.
do you see that info button?
Uh-huh. No.
It's at the
Which one?
very top where that blue bar is, my annotation
Oh,
tool.
okay. Oh,
There,
here.
yes, that's where
Uh-huh.
any errors will be displayed.
Oh, good to
And
know.
it'll show red. So just look through
Okay.
your pages, and then if you see, but I haven't seen it so far, and I think we've
Okay.
looked at
Yeah.
all of yours.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where was it. I don't know where was it. But the last thing, and thanks for your patience. This step has a calendar, that is not set up straight. So I change it. I erase the last one, which was like nonsense, and I put this.
Mhm.
So,
Karen,
but
great question. We're not concerned about that caution sign right now. When you
okay,
go watch that Ben video on how to set up your webinar, he's going to
okay.
show you all of that as
Oh,
well.
perfect.
The error is not concerning.
Okay, okay. There in that video. All right. Okay.
Nice.
Yes, so that's it. That's basically it. I'm working on my presentation.
Hmm.
I'm doing it, guys. I recommend Canva for this. It's been very easy to use. And so this is basically it. I don't know if you can see it, but
I can. Let me see slide 34.
34. It's almost done. Let me see. 24. Oh boy. Oh, this one.
Nice work. That's my favorite image in the world. You have no idea how much money I've made with that image.
Yeah, right.
It's amazing.
Because I know that's a trick, Dante. Guys, I study the subconscious mind. So when you make people laugh, the whatever information you're giving to them, you make them laugh, and the subconscious mind go like this. They open so much. So
Yep.
that's why I think it's so important to like make people laugh at some point.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, basically, and I'm also using one of my stories. which I used to suffer from anxiety when I was speaking working as a radio host. I was literally like dying. I was so nervous. I even freezed out. So I'm gonna use that story too. But yeah, that's basically it. All right.
Awesome. Karen, you did amazing. You
I
you were
think I'm
right as
almost
rain when
done.
you started. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you. I think I'm almost done.
I think so.
Uh,
Yeah, absolutely.
do you think like for next week? Well, I would have to test everything. Oh yes. Sorry. Just one last thing. I think it was here. There was something. I don't know what was it. Um. So my question is, so I'm finishing reading the book, and it says there that after the webinar, like the people who subscribe, you should like give them like a recording, for example. So is that, but that's not set up here, right?
Again, Karen, Ben is
Uh-huh.
going to show you how to set all that up in that
Okay.
one training.
The same thing, the same
Yep, the
thing. Okay,
same
that's
thing.
the one I'm
It's
missing.
yes, it's all the tech of setting everything up.
Awesome. I'll do that. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dante.
You got it. Great work,
Thank
Karen.
you. Thank you guys for listening.
All right. Let's hop over to Sayuri. Hey, Sayuri.
Hi, Dante.
Hey,
Hi,
hey.
everyone. By the way, I have to say that, as you know, this is regular nap time. So if I have to run and get my son, it's because he woke up.
You're A-okay.
Okay. So, I guess what I'm needing right now, it's a little bit of clarity because I have like three different freebies. I know that as we've been working together, I have the funnel for the webinar.
Mhm.
And I know that Russell talks about a lot about like just getting people to buy something, like even if it's like $5, because then they get used to like buying from you. And so I know that you had mentioned to me that I should do like everything, like at the freebie, the selling the conversation starters, selling the program. And I guess like everything just takes time, right? And so can I share with you like, for example, I have three freebies.
Yeah.
Should I be promoting all of them or should I be like running one plus the webinar plus the conversation starter? So I wanted to kind of go ahead and share with you if I can what I
Yep.
have. Um, and then kind of like walk through the logic of what makes sense first.
Yep.
So this is the product that I feel like has already like sold and has been proven, right? So
Hmm.
this is like a set of conversation starters. It's my product. It's an introduction to the brand, and it comes with like the pouch, 37 questions, and people love it. I have testimonials about it. So my logic is like, should I be giving them the free guide, which is I have three different ones. I have one that is called like what to do after a fight, like how to make up with your partner in 30 minutes or less.
Hmm.
And then, but it's like these are people that are probably fighting. I don't know if they're thinking about having a conversation or should I lead with this is like how to do date nights the right way. And then I talk about being curious about your partner, ask the art of asking good questions. And then here I have a special offer within the PDF. But I'm thinking of my ideal customer who's
Hmm.
like a working parent with little kids. I don't know if they're gonna have the time to be reading a guide of like 20 pages on how to do a date, and they probably like forget it. And so by the time that they get to it, I don't know if they're gonna be able to see it. So should I turn that into like a video, give them quick information, get them the offer? Um, I just don't want to feel like I'm spending time on the wrong thing.
Okay.
So,
Great questions, Siri. Awesome questions.
sure.
So you have a great product that helps people get a result, and that's your cards.
Mhm,
That's your $47 product. And you're going to
mhm.
have ads running to that funnel that just ads that sells your product, right? So immediately people can go and buy. But
Right,
many people are not going to be ready for that. And like you said, many people are in a lot of different types of pain.
right.
So, what you should really do is have each of your lead magnets be its own funnel. and they should be standalone. And now, because you have different marketing methods here, you have some people that are going to take the bait of how to communicate after a fight or how to make up after a fight, right? Because some people fight with their partners all the time and they don't know how to handle it. And you're immediately addressing that concern. So now you have ads on Facebook and Instagram, and you have, as you're talking about your thing, right? Every fifth or seventh post can be about fighting in relationships. And then you could say, hey, I have an entire free guide that shows you exactly how to do this. So that's standalone. And now you're bringing people in. You've delivered massive value. They get the results. Now they go try the thing completely for free. And wouldn't you know it, for the first time in 3 years, I was able to have a conversation with my partner. This was amazing. This changed my life. The next day, Sayuri's coming in with an email. Hey, I actually have this card set that is transforming marriages across the globe. If you're interested in your marriage and you want to save it and you don't want to go down the line of divorce and you care about your partner and the decisions you made and you really want to do big things and save it, here, get this thing. So all of your lead magnets should be their own standalone thing. And we should be over delivering on our lead magnets. Yes.
Okay.
Russell is not wrong. Of course he's not wrong. He's never wrong. But buyers, there's some people that just want freebies. He has a name for them that I'm just miffing in my brain right now. But there's some people that only do freebies. They'll go opt into a million people's things and take all the free information. And then those people only do one of the million things they opted into. They're not doers. They're dabblers. And buyers buy.
Right.
So we definitely want to find buyers. And when we find buyers, we know that's amazing. But reciprocity is so real. Reciprocity is one of the realest things out there. And that's the whole mindset of over deliver on the front end. Go make, like you mentioned, the 20 page guide. People have jobs and this and that, and I don't know if they're going to have time to read this 20 page guide. Sayuri, I just bought a 200 page marriage book, and I paid for it. So a 20 page guide that is completely for free sounds amazing, right?
Okay.
To answer your question on that though, should you make videos that go along with it and trainings? Yeah, over deliver on the front end. Go make that guide. Like what I would tell you to do, Sayuri, is put it in a course. So now you're not just getting a guide, you're getting a totally free course that's going to show you everything you need to know to do what was that? Date night?
This is called a date night done right. So it's I give them my framework on how to do date nights. And then it has basically like an exclusive offer to the cards for $27.
That's perfect, Sayuri. So this lead magnet is going to sell your offer for you. You go give that thing away for free. Take the guide that you already have, put it in a course. Make a video, like a 30-minute or an hour-long video that is kind of summating, talking about the big topics in your guide, giving more stories and examples, giving some ideas that people can resonate with in their own lives so they can go do the thing. And then they get the great results that you promised them. And now reciprocity is so real. This is how Russell gets people to throw credit cards at him. I know it's funny, haha, Dante, that's hilarious. No, it really happens all the time. I've seen it. Russell comes up on stage, hey, does a two-hand wave like the president of the United States. Hey guys, great to be here. The crowd's going crazy. And then all of a sudden, you see a credit card hit Russell in the chest. The room goes silent. You hear the credit card wobbling down to the floor. And you hear some dude from the back of the room, charge me anything, I'll buy whatever you want. Why? Is that guy crazy? Is he losing his mind? Did he forget to take his medication today? No. At some point, he said yes to Russell on a free level, and Russell over-delivered. Russell gave him exactly what he promised. And now that guy goes to buy his next thing because he says, if he can do this for me for free, what else can he do? And then Russell over-delivers here. And this is how we create true raving fans. Does all that make sense?
That makes sense.
Cool.
So, question. My actual webinar is addressing the pain point of getting the partner to work together, like having more of like a equal distribution of the housework, the parenting, the work. So do you feel like when I think about all the content that I have to address for someone to be ready to buy, Um, I'm just trying to figure out like, okay, let's just say that my next webinar is next Thursday. When I map out my weekly content, that I'm doing one daily reel, if I'm just thinking like, how does that work when on social media, I'm sending traffic to this freebie, but then I want to be uh leading, kind of like running the runway. Like, you know how, like, for example, in order for someone to look buy ClickFunnels, they need to understand funnels and all of that. And so do you feel like, because I have also heard that whole concept of like pick one audience, one person, one pain point, and one product, and then do that. So you think that, like you said, like people are in different pain points. So even if they're having a date night issue, maybe they're just bored in their relationship and they want to spark their connection, they may still be interested in the webinar, even though it's not necessarily about date nights, it's about
Well,
creating
yes,
more
because
fun.
that goes to the core of date night. Why do they want to make date nights better? Because they want to have a connection with their partner. Why do they want to have a connection with their partner? Because they want to do life with them for the rest of their life, and they want to be
Mhm.
close, and they want to be strong, and they want to be solid, and they either have kids now and they want to be great examples for their kids, or they want to have kids and they want to have a strong foundation poured so that their marriage will last and they don't get divorced like maybe their parents did, right? It all comes down to the same core, the main desire that they have, which is to have a successful, healthy, and fulfilling marriage. So
Okay.
whether they are having a hard time spicing it up with date nights, or whether they're having a hard time communicating, or whether they don't know how to argue, right? That's
Mhm.
another whole
Right.
lead that you can make. How to have constructive arguments where you can
Right.
speak freely, openly, and honestly without offending or pissing off your partner or stabbing and jabbing at them, right?
Mhm.
So it all comes down to the same core. There's just
Okay.
different levels that people are at. So you hit them, you have products for each level.
Okay. So then I'll have a different funnel for each freebie. And then even for the conversation starters, because right now they're on my website, like this
Mm-hmm.
one right here. So
Mm-hmm.
you would have it on the, because this is on Squarespace. So would you recommend me to build this out on ClickFunnels?
Oh yeah, absolutely I would. Do you know what this page is converting at right now? Do you ever send traffic here or run ads here?
No. Right now I'm not
Do
running
you know what the conversions on this page are? If 100 people hit this page, how many are going to buy?
about like a 20%,
Excuse me?
like a 20%
Oh, of warm traffic though.
of warrant. Yes. Like I ran like a flash sale during the holidays, and I had
Yes.
about a 20% conversion on this
But
page.
that's on a flash sale. That's
Right.
when you're directing your warm traffic and you're really hyping it up and
Right.
creating urgency and scarcity. So that's like the dream scenario, and that's beautiful.
Right.
20% is awesome. Great job, Siri, especially on a Squarespace site. I rarely see conversions even anywhere close to that. What that really tells me is that your customers know, like, and trust you. Your customers care about you and they value what you're saying to them. Sorry. Okay, sorry, I'm back. That's huge. That's absolutely incredible. I would 1,000,000% tell you though to build this as a funnel. You can design at a far superior level
Okay.
when running your funnels, and funnels out convert everything. So I'm seeing that, and typically the numbers that I hear, especially on like ads,
Right.
Siri, because we need to generate new customers. And
Right.
see, what you just said is amazing. 20% conversions on warm traffic.
Right.
So me,
Right.
I would be doing everything that I can to go find and create warm traffic. And that would be bringing people into my business onto my list so I could turn them from cold to warm with lead magnets. And then my lead magnets sell my product itself. So typically what we would see is a place like this, a site like this would convert at 1 to 2% on you're running
Really?
ads to it, right? Yes,
Okay.
but again, cold traffic, this is
Okay.
just you're running ads, you're trying to generate new customers and new business, 1 to 2%. And then as soon as people make it into a funnel, 5 to 7%, which is a massive lift. It's a
Right.
transformational lift. So yes, I'd love to see you rebuild this as a funnel.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. And
Cool.
then I will send traffic to The people that will be more likely to sign up to my webinar will be warm, not cold traffic. Is that correct?
That's well, no, you can definitely get cold traffic to sign up to your webinar. You absolutely can. You know, just
Okay.
that's a simple ad that goes out and says, "Hey, are you struggling to create date nights? Hey, are you struggling to communicate with your partner?" Just hitting specific pain points because you've worked with so many people over the years. I guarantee you have a list of the real pain points that they
Right.
experience every single day. So you have an ad that says, "Hey, are you experiencing this pain point? Well, if so, you're not alone. Thousands and thousands of people every single day experience this, and I get to help them overcome those hurdles. So I have a secret presentation, and if you're experiencing this, but you want to experience this, then click the link below, register for my free masterclass so I can share all of my secrets with you." You can definitely generate cold leads into a webinar 1,000,000%. But how receptive are they? Warm and hot traffic is always better. So I would tell you, grab cold leads, go into a lead magnet where you can over deliver. You can set the tone. You can share with them the future. Now they go from cold to warm. Now they're in your webinar warmed up. They already know your products. They already know what you do. They already trust you, like you. You're an authoritative figure to them, and your webinar will convert higher.
And can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When it comes to delivering the webinar content, I know that Russell says that he delivered the perfect webinar like 84 times before he actually did it evergreen. I ran through my perfect webinar like twice already, and it's so clunky and it doesn't flow. And I feel like all the stories are like a soup in my brain. And I'm trying to obviously like not to read because people, they care more about me connecting with them and my energy than like what I'm actually saying. But I just feel like I want to be able to practice every day. And since I'm running through the webinar once a week, I just don't feel like that's enough practice. But then having to do it every day, it's like 90 minutes every day. So on a very practical level, would you, like I know that you told me yesterday, go live every day for 30 minutes to an hour. Should I do my perfect webinar every day, even though it's the same webinar? Or how can I get more practice in? What would be your advice just to get more comfortable with what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a great question, Sayuri. This is a really good question. I have an answer that I'll share, but I would love for you to show up tomorrow and let's ask Russell this. I'd love to hear it right from Russell, how he would handle this, because he's the man with webinars. Me personally, how I did this was I practiced my webinar an hour and a half every single day.
Wow. Okay.
It just, honestly, it just comes, it just, it does. It just comes down to practicing the webinar. But even if you broke it down into different sections, Siri, like you hit them, as you know, the perfect webinar is broken down into certain
Right.
sections. So maybe Monday you hit section 1, and then you have time to run it twice. And once you do the webinar, you're gonna have the chat that you can export. You're gonna have such a good feel of how people acted and interacted in the webinar. You'll see the high points and you'll see the low points. So it'll make way more sense once you do it
Right.
once. But yeah, Monday, hit the intro. Tuesday, hit the external beliefs. Wednesday, hit the internal beliefs. And then practice each section. Once you get a feel for it though, we have to generate our sixth sense. We have to get the sixth sense of what's going to sell, what's going to resonate with people. And the only way to do that is to do the thing.
Okay.
So I would personally tell you to just practice a section a day.
Right. Especially like the stacking is the part that doesn't feel natural to me because I just feel like I don't mind transitioning to the sale, but it's just like laying the stacking, feeling like I don't know if it's because as a marketer, I know what I'm doing.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So you
So
need
it
to
just feels
get
so
out of your own
unnatural to me.
get out of your own mind on that because you have a moral obligation. You have these pearls of wisdom. You have these things you want to share with your customers and you believe in your product. Yes? If they would
Yes.
take your product, they will get results and you can save their marriage.
Yes.
You now have a moral obligation to bring this and get as many people to buy it as possible. Not so you can go make $1 billion, but so you can change the literal world that you live in. That's what I want you, and tell yourself that before the webinar. So that's how we're excited. Like when we hit a stack and it's like, gang, so when you say yes today, first you're gonna get this, and this is this thing, and it's gonna help you get this. So when you say yes, you're gonna get this, but also you're gonna get this. Like I'm not faking it. I'm excited. I want you to know about these things because if you just understand this and if you say yes to this, I will transform your life. I will show you and get you the results that you need every single day. I'll change your marriage. I'll change your kids' future. I'll change everything. And I'm so passionate about doing that. That's what I want your mindset to be. Don't think about marketing tactics. Don't think about strategies. When it comes to the stack, just hit them with a heart of service.
Love that. That's so good, Dante.
Awesome. Everybody in the world that I've pretty much ever spoken to has this exact same question. And I've heard Russell consult people on it for the past 10 years. Everybody, when it comes time to sell, we get a little bunched up and a little anxious, and it's because we own the business. We're right at the core. We're so close to it. Just remove yourself back and look at that service mindset. You're going to be perfect.
Okay. Love it. Thank you.
Absolutely. What other questions do we have? Oh no, I'm sorry, Siri. I'm not hearing you. Oh, I hear you now.
Well, I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now.
So I wanted to ask you too. So I have my list of JV partners.
Nice.
What do you think about me sending them like a guide to give them kind of like an introduction because they don't know who I am. So maybe I'm just thinking like a 3-page, one to 3 pages of like testimonials, who I am, my brand, and all of that, and then giving them maybe like the conversation starters. I can mail it to them, sending them like a handwritten note. I'm just thinking like how I can actually expedite the process of building rapport, getting like building the like trust factor with them. And I know that Russell talks about like how long it took for him to get to Tony Robbins. I'm not necessarily trying to get to Tony Robbins right now, but I will eventually. Um, but I just wanted to see like obviously you've been in so many rooms. Any tips? Because my heart is very authentic and genuine, and I believe in giving before taking. And so I do want to make sure that everything is in alignment with who I am.
Mm.
So, what are some things that you feel like Russell has done that would work for me, or that you have heard other people do that will be like really, really like purple cow ideas to stand out from everyone else?
Yeah, another great question. Another one I would love for you to ask tomorrow to Russell. I'd
Okay.
love to hear his answer on this as well. When it comes to lower level JVs, people that I want to make a good experience, I want to build great rapport, and I want this to be an awesome investment, and we can just go do life together and have a great partnership in the future. But I don't want to go send him $1,000 thing, right? And I'm
Right.
nervous about you sending your lead magnets because, well, what if they just copy it and make it for themselves and send it to their list? So,
Mm.
as you're talking, the first thing that came to mind was share the list. Share the list with them. Many influencers, especially on the lower levels, they don't even understand that they don't own their traffic. Most influencers that, like the people that you're going to be reaching out to now, they have no idea that they rent their traffic every single day. They have no idea that they haven't truly built a business and all of it can be swept under them in the moment. So you could share that with them. And you could say, look, as an added bonus, because I really, really love what you're doing and I really want to have a great partnership for years. This is just the beginning of what I have planned. And I'm sure you have amazing things planned as well that I would love to help you with. So as an added bonus, I would love to share the list with you. Every single person that opts into this webinar that you promote, I will share the email list. So now by doing this, not only are you going to generate revenues, you're also going to start building your list and start building a true business. That works
Okay.
really, really well.
Okay. I listened to the interview that um, Stacy Martino did with the guy that used to work for Russell.
Mm-hmm.
What's that guy?
Uh,
Funnel.
um, um, what's his name? I forget his name, but I know exactly what you're talking
Okay.
about.
So, anyways, she says that she built her business. She started with JV partners, especially parenting coaches. And I was actually thinking of reaching out to parenting coaches too, because obviously, like, they need their partner to be on the same page about disciplining and parenting. So that's one way that I can collaborate with them. So I was also thinking of like therapists, um, maybe some churches. Now, when it comes to churches, I know that I'm a business. I don't know if they're gonna feel like I am. Usually, churches are less likely to promote a business because you're not giving it for free, right? So, do you think of any other category of JV partners that I could tap into besides parenting coaches? I also thought about like business coaches because you need your partner to be supportive when you're trying to be in business.
Yes, pretty much any coaches, any coaches, any counselors, any therapists, 100%. Are you a faith-based company by chance?
Well, I'm a Christian,
So
but
you
I'm not.
exemplify Christian morals and characteristics in
Yes,
your training,
yes.
and the things that you share would be in alignment with your faith and your scriptures.
Yes.
Beautiful. I have not done a deep dive on this. It's interesting you bring this question up. I was thinking about this last night. Dave Ramsey, how did he grow
Mhm.
such an empire? Well, as I remember it, Dave Ramsey used to go from church to church to church all over the country teaching his course. And in my opinion, Dave Ramsey used the JV method and churches as his dream customer to get his foot in the door and to build his brand and to become the staple that his business has been. Like, for instance, he came to my church years and years and years ago, and we were able to buy his course, and I think it was 50% off. So he offered a crazy discount to the church so that the church's congregation can come in and they could learn financial responsibility as the Bible tells us to do it. So
Mhm.
we, as the congregation, got amazing opportunities to get the training and resources that we needed from a trusted resource in Dave Ramsey. And then I'm sure there were kickbacks in the back end too that
Right.
made it lucrative for everybody. And that's how Dave built his empire. That's
Right.
he went to churches all across the country. His kids still do it every single day.
Does that have to do with like I know financial peace is like $200 versus my program that is starting at like $900. I've never seen a church program that is at the price. I feel like maybe if my program was like 150, maybe. I don't know, but I can try it. Um, I'm just trying to think of if that's something that they may like. And isn't financial peace like a non-for-profit? Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
but
it's
not
not
for
a
not for
business per
profit.
se.
A nonprofit just means that he spends all the money he makes in the year that he makes it. That's all.
Okay.
A nonprofit just means he's not building a war chest. If he makes $1 million in this year, then he spends that million, so he ends the year with no revenues. That's all a nonprofit is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
So
really
you think that
sorry, go ahead.
no, I feel like I mean the divorce rate in the church is as high as outside. So definitely there's a huge need for this.
Yep.
Um, okay. Sorry.
See, Siri, as I'm looking at it, I would tell you to make your course $200 for the churches if that's the JV that you wanted to do, because
Okay.
it's just a course, correct?
Right.
It doesn't take you being live. It doesn't take any of your time away. You're just saying, "Hey, I have $1,000 course that's transforming marriages, and it's all faith based, and I know that you have a congregation, and I'd love to give you an 80% discount. Normally, it's $1,000, but I'd love to give it to your congregation for just $200." That's attractive. Now you're
Mhm.
making sales, right? Sure, it's only $200, but you didn't have to find the customers. You didn't have to market to them. You didn't have any ad spend. It's just $200 coming straight in the door for a digital product that costs you nothing to fulfill. No monies, no time. What if you did that for a year? And what if
Mm.
you got into 100 churches? And what if you got those people to buy? Let's say each church has a congregation of 100 people, and you get 5% of the congregation to buy the thing. Well, great. That would be 5 people on each church. 5 times 200 is $1,000. $1,000 times 1,000 churches is $100,000 you would have made. Not only the revenues that we make, how many people get into your list? You
Mm.
built your list. Now you've delivered massive value for a low price point. The reciprocity is so big. So you will have people reach out and call you and say, "Hey, I took your course. This is amazing. Do you do any one-on-one coaching with me and my husband? We'd love to transform our marriage." You have no idea how many people will call you and do that.
Okay. That's exciting because I always felt like maybe like churches wouldn't want it because they don't want to be sold to, but you know, I it's true Dave Ramsey did it, so why not me? So
Exactly. That's the mindset we must have. That's how a funnel hacker thinks, Sayuri.
okay. Sounds good. Well, I'm gonna execute on that and then I'll give you feedback on how it went.
Cool. That sounds great. And make sure to use Dante AI as well for some of that strategy on your different types of dream.
What's that called? Dante AI, you said?
Yes, we call him Dante I because my name is Dante, so Dante AI. You just combine it, Dante I. But yeah, it's my robot. I just put a link in the chat for it as well.
That's exciting. Okay. So
Yes,
this
he's
is different than ChatGPT.
100%. He is not ChatGPT. I have trained him only and specifically on the books, teachings, and trainings of Russell Brunson. Bingo, there it
What?
is.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness, I'm so excited.
Yep, top right, there's actually a little phone button. If you ever like driving or you just want to like pick up and have a conversation and just talk, you can talk to me anytime. He never eats, he never sleeps, he never gets in arguments, he never gets in bad moods, he never has brain farts. He's amazing.
Wow, this is exciting. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Dante.
You got it, Siri. Great stuff.
Bye.
All right, Jacqueline is next. Hey, Jacqueline, how can I help today?
I just want to know, with the one funnel away, we're working on, let's see, horses. And I was working on a webinar. Which one should I do first? And I think my screen froze.
No. Sorry about that. That was me. I my screen went crazy. Great question here, Jacqueline. Your course is actually going to be a part of your webinar's offer. So your webinar has an offer. When you buy today, you're going to get this and this and this and this and this. And the course is one of those things. The course is the real meat and potatoes. That's going to deliver your frameworks, your teachings, the fundamentals that you want people to follow. I'm sorry it's so loud right now. We're actually at a little vacation with our all my friends that we work in the Atlanta office, and they're down there having a great time. But that course is your training, your teaching, and that's one of the things in your stack that you're going to get. All of this is connected. So when they buy, when they make the investment after watching your webinar and saying yes to your offer, the course is just one of those pieces. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Okay, so I got the cart before the horse.
Just a little bit. You're right, though, Jacqueline.
Okay, good.
This
Just
is
wanted to clarify.
This is kind of like what we talked about. I believe I was speaking to you about this yesterday, where most people come through the challenge and they take it twice. Because the first time we're learning all these new things and we're changing our mindset. And a lot of times we're challenging some strongholds that we might have in our mind. So I would just love for you to keep going through the training exactly as you are. Take a training every single day.
Okay,
And I
all right.
promise we walk you through all of this in the training. I'm always, of course, happy to answer your questions, right? But as
You
you
know,
go through this first round, this first 30 days, and take all the training and learn all the new concepts, this is where the real foundation is laid. And then, of course, most people, I think I told you this, I like people to take a week or two by themselves. Take OFA for 30 days, learn, pour the proper foundations, and then let's go do it by ourselves. I'm a great safety net and I love being a safety net, but you're going to learn so much more by going live yourself. You're going to have some great victories that you didn't think you would have. You'll also hit some roadblocks and hurdles, or at
Good.
least have some questions of things that you need answered. Then you can come back in for a second time. That's usually where we really hit the ground running. You've had some success, you've had some failures, you've learned a tremendous amount, and now it's like, okay, let's do the thing.
One other question. It
Yeah.
seems like when I was looking at this a couple of years ago, that you could, even though the challenge was over, you could still go back and look at the different days. Is that not
That is
possible
absolutely,
anymore?
it is absolutely possible. After 30
Oh,
days,
good.
you really just lose access to me and your other VIP bonuses. But the training, the course itself, that 30-day training, Jacqueline, you have that forever now.
Oh, good. Because I know there are a couple of them I want to go over slowly.
Yes. Yeah, and that's how many people do it as well, Jacqueline. They'll go through the training the first time and they'll go through fairly quickly because they just want to learn. We need to pour the foundation of knowledge. And then they'll, especially in that 1 or 2 weeks that you take by yourself, then they'll go through and they'll really deep dive on those certain things they still had questions on.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Always a pleasure, Jacqueline. You're doing amazing.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Gang, we are just a couple minutes shy, but I think we've knocked out all. Mark has one, it looks like. Go ahead, Mark.
I just wanted to say I am so jealous because it sounds like you're having an awesome time there.
We are. It's really cool. Just an observation. Just an observation I've made throughout, today, and we came up here yesterday. It is. I say all the time, I'm blessed to work for ClickFunnels, and I really truly am. While we are having a great time, for the past, I had an 11 to 12 session for OFA, and we had 12 to 2 open. And from 12 to 2, we all sat outside with notepads, talking about ClickFunnels, talking about the current status and where we are and where we want to get to. And as employees, how can we align with leadership and help the company get to and achieve the goals that they want? And we're all on vacation. I just think it's unbelievably powerful to be able to work amongst like-minded people who are all driven for the same goals to get the same outcome. And it's rare. Like, where do you see companies where people take 2 hours in the middle of the day? Like, we could have been on the lake drinking, right? We could have been wasting our time doing stuff. No, we're sitting around trying to figure out how to make things happen, how to get things across finish line. So the observation I had on it is just what a blessing it is, and something I'll look for in people and friends and colleagues and associates for the rest of my life, of people that are willing to actually lock in on a goal, that are people that are actually willing to sacrifice and also be determined and not be wavering and shoddy and all over the place. It's been really cool.
Awesome. Well, have fun.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
Sounds great, man. Evan, I am sorry, brother. I have a quick meeting at 3 that I have to get to. But you know the game. Put your question in the VIP group, and I'll get to that as soon as I have a moment. But gang, thank you for being with me. Thank you for doing the thing. Keep true. Keep at it exactly as you're going. A training a day. Learn, implement. A training a day. Learn and implement. I'll be back at it tomorrow, same time, same place. Cannot wait to see you guys there. Have a great one.